Um, when I think of what NLBP has done for me, if I have a goal and I'm not sure how to um, proceed, there's programs for that. And of course, there's always people that I can connect with that maybe have done it before or, get some advice there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tribe Talks, our connected conversations with NLBP members. Today, we are with longtime member Alyssa Martin. She is a voice empowerment coach out of PA. And Alyssa has been with us a little over 4.5 years about. It'll be 5 years in June because I just looked it up. One
Wow.
of our very first members, well, within the first year or two. So we've had people for about a year. So you came in relatively early in the NLBP history. So tell me what NLBP has been like for you. I don't know if it's changed over those years, but can you tell me a little bit about your experience with NLBP?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's changed in the way that we used to do some in-person stuff, and then, we're rolling with the times. We do so much online through the years or over phone calls, so that's been really awesome. Um, when I think of what LNLBP has done for me, if I have a goal and I'm not sure how to um, proceed, there's programs for that. And of course, there's always people that I can connect with that maybe have done it before or, get some advice there. I know that if I need a reality check on something I'm thinking of doing in my business, I can post it in the group, or there's calls I can join for that and be like, hey, I'm thinking of this thing. I have some trepidation, or like, has it worked for anyone? Has it not worked? So I know that there's a resource for that. Um, And there's a lot I haven't tapped into that I know is waiting for me when there's the right time. I know there are so many things that anytime there's like a business need, I can look up and there's sometimes a taped class on it, or an interview on it, and that has been really helpful to me as I do my research, sometimes behind the scenes. And that's another thing, is that um, being an entrepreneur, and especially during these past couple of years, we can get siloed,
Oh
and I
gosh, yeah.
definitely can, you know,
Yeah.
um, just even the way I like to operate. Um, but then also I love to be around people and like to have that connection, that with like-minded people that maybe understand, maybe not exactly what I'm doing in my particular field, but that the overall, like, the heart sentiment is in the same place. And that's very much how I feel about everyone that I've met in the group. And so I always know that there's that connection and that support is always available for me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, Alyssa, tell us a little bit about your work. So, I know that you specialize in voice empowerment. So, let's talk a little bit about what that looks like for a client, or what that practice is for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been life coaching since 2015 and vocal coaching since 2017.
Okay.
And in the past year, I decided to merge the two. So it is this lovely blend of, what I found is that my vocal students would come in, and the very first thing they needed to do was talk about something.
Mm.
If they didn't need to unleash something that was going on in their life or talk about something, then when we got to the song, and the song that they are singing, that we're working on, has some kind of emotion in there, it's like, really, how do you tap into that emotion and really become more expressive and in touch with your emotions about that whole creative project or process. And then conversely, my life coach clients would come in almost always needing to be more comfortable, confident using their voice. Situations, maybe at work, maybe at home, wherever it was, they were feeling like they really didn't have, again, the courage or maybe a confidence to really say what they really want to say. And so to have a blend of the two has just really been a wonderful um, program that I've created that just is, I'm so happy with how it is in action. Like it, in other words, this was happening anyway to my singing clients.
Right.
It was like a natural progression in that way. And then for my life coaching clients, sometimes we just really want to end on an upbeat note, and just how more upbeat does it get than to be using your voice and just like actually using it in a creative way. So it has just been like the perfect marriage for the work that I've been doing.
And I take it they don't actually have to be a great singer. Like, so if someone felt they weren't terrific voice wise, like as a singer, but maybe wanted something more empowering, like they felt stuck at work or their voice isn't heard, or just, would that be a good client for you as well?
Absolutely. You basically need to have, if you're interested in, if this is like creating some curiosity for anyone, you basically just need a love for music, right? Because we definitely are going to be tapping into that. um, Coachable, which means basically open to trying something a new way. So I know that we can be very vulnerable when using our voice. So to just be like, okay, I'm going to try something new. It may take me out of my comfort zone, but to just try something new that I might suggest. So being coachable. And then also, my ideal student or client is someone that can be consistent in both their practice, and their self-awareness about their practice throughout the week, and in their attendance, because it's important to have that consistency to build upon and build upon
Okay.
with your voice.
Yeah. And I'd like to mention anyway that you have a background with Louise Hay and you've done her training. So that comes up as, when you're a life coach, you're pulling in everything that you have. So how does that show up in your coaching?
Yeah,
Does
thanks
it?
for bringing that up. My coaching certification is through that
Okay.
Heal Your Life Louise Hay practice and philosophy. Louise Hay, I call her like the OG of self love, because you are enough. You see it everywhere now, like on folders, like even at the dollar store, like a folder might say, or a notebook may say, "You are enough" and "Love yourself." So it is becoming like so wild that I'm seeing it everywhere. Where back in the day when she wrote this, her like a bestseller, "You Can Heal Your Life" in 1985, it was considered like foo-foo and almost like pompous. Like this love yourself thing, is that narcissism? Like what is it? And but what I find for most of us is that we go around kind of like, if here's the balance, we're not over here on pompous, we're not over here on like too big for our britches. A lot of us are over here where it's like, I don't know if I'm good enough to say this or do this or pursue this thing that means so much to me, or am I allowed to have something mean so much to me? And maybe it's not even all that. Maybe it's just that we're putting everyone else first, and it's and to put ourselves first feels selfish.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, a lot of us are starting to understand that if we don't fill our own cup first, or if you're not rested, you're not going to show up as your best self, just to be honest, right? It just happens
Yeah.
to all of
Yeah.
us. So to nurture ourselves, um, is a big part of Louise's work, and to be kind to yourself, and to um, I want to say fix or alter your self-talk so
Mhm.
that it is positive and encouraging. And that is a huge factor in my work, because when you're talking about vocal confidence, the confidence comes from what we are saying in our heads. It's the messages. So it is the self-reflection that's, okay, what am I saying now that may be making me nervous, or maybe they're not good butterflies, maybe they're bad butterflies, or that anxious feeling in the belly. And really starting to say, okay, where's that coming from in my body? What's it feel like? Okay, now how would I like to feel? And can I kind of get that meter back in the middle?
I love that. I love that. Alyssa, if people wanted to work with you, I should ask, is there a certain age group or certain type of person that you work with?
I work with kids, men, women. The age, since I do everything online, it's best from ages 7 and up. So
Okay.
I do work with a lot of teenagers. That seems to be
Sweet spot.
most people. My sweet spot attracted to this work is a lot of between like 12 and 17, and then it jumps to women 29 to like 45. It just is that's what's showing up in my world.
Love it.
But yeah, if they want to contact me. Was that your next question?
Yep. How did I get in contact with you? Exactly.
The best way right now is if you go on my music website, which is alyssamartinvoice.com, and there is a registration form that you can fill out for a free consultation. And so if you fill out that form, I'll contact you and we'll set up some time to have a chat and see what's going on.
Awesome. Thank you. And we always end with 3 words that describe NLBP to you.
For me, NLBP is about connection,
okay,
support, and growth.
Terrific. Terrific. Well, Alyssa, thank you so much for being a part of our Tribe Talk today. And if anyone wants to get in touch with Alyssa, I implore you to please reach out. She is a phenomenal voice empowerment coach, and I'm sure that you will get a lot out of it, even if it's just to learn a little bit more. I think it's totally worth it.
Thanks, Camille.
You're welcome. Thanks, Alyssa, for being here today.